Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. As usual, my name is Yejide, and today I'm here with one of my home managers. His name is what?
Tommy.
So myself and Tommy have an interesting topic for you today. We're going to be discussing things you shouldn't say to your guests.
Never.
I know that, sometimes we might have difficult guests come in to stay at your short stay home or Airbnb, but there are some things you should actually never, ever say to them. Tommy, are you ready?
Of course.
Okay, all right, here we go. Number one, it's Nigeria. You should understand now. So what do you think about that one?
That should never come out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Regardless.
But why do you think a host would say, oh, it's Nigeria, you should understand now?
A lot of times, things like internet, probably the power situation and all, sometimes power will trip off. Internet might not generally be good.
Exactly, and all those things are generally out of your control, but you should never ever tell a guest, oh, it's Nigeria now, you should understand. So what would you say instead of saying it's Nigeria, you should understand? What would you suggest a host or a home manager should say to a guest if there are issues? I
think personally, a lot of times when I've been in such situations, I usually would say things like, oh, I'm really sorry about it, and I've been on the phone with the customer service, and usually I would have to even call the customer service, just to make sure that, okay, it's not a general thing, as it were. So I think you just need to...
I trained you well. Well, continue, Tommy, I'm listening to you.
So, I just feel, well, she actually did, a lot of times. Before, we have to make calls in front of her, and just, she'll be writing...
things that they should say. Say that, but now everything, they know how to approach... They know how to approach guests. So you can't say, oh, it's Nigeria now, you should understand. Just explain, like you said, you have to be on top of the situation at all times and always communicate with your guests. So a second one that I have is, it's past my working hours, I can't be bothered. Tommy, have you said that before? Why are you laughing?
Because there's no working hours.
Exactly. So you're in the hospitality business, you should know that there are 0 working hours. Sometimes guests send you messages or call you at what time?
2 a.m.
2 a.m. in the morning, and he has to be available. Even though you can't fix the problem at that point, you just have to be available to them, right?
Remember this one time we had problems with our generator. 4 a.m. I just couldn't sleep. There was nothing I could do.
Yeah.
There's no way you're going to send any technician to go and fix something
at that time,
But if the guest was awake, definitely I can't sleep.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a good one. You can't sleep when your guest is awake. End of story, So a third one is, the last guest didn't complain. So, the last guest didn't complain now, so there's nothing wrong. What do you think about that one?
I feel like that's a very stupid statement. Permits me to use that word because a lot of times I think our endurance levels are varied.
Yeah.
A lot of times some guests can take this. Some even come with their own stuff. For example, some people come and don't even use your internet.
Yes, that's true. I remember that guest that we had that was there for 3 months. Initially, he was complaining about the internet because it was quite bad. But then after a while, you just noticed that he stopped complaining because he brought his own internet and then it was working, But it doesn't mean that the internet was good, but he just didn't want to complain. I guess he was just tired of complaining. Yeah. And like I said, endurance and tolerance levels for different guests are, they vary. So some guests might be fine with, maybe the water cut out for 30 minutes and then the water is back on. It doesn't mean that the next guest will be okay with it, So how do you sort out that situation? So if a guest complains about something and you know that the last guest didn't complain, what do you say?
You're going to just look into it immediately. Immediately. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to look into it immediately. And you even have to apologize for everything.
Yes, you do.
I'm even sorry that you have to be the one to tell me that.
Yes.
Because usually you have to make sure that everything is in order. I usually log into the internet, to before every guest checks in, just to make sure that it's working fine.
Yeah. So that makes sense. So another one is this one, Nigerian businesses just subtly do this one. This one is the one that they say, how much do you even pay, safe? You just paid 35,000 naira for a 1 bed. So why are you making noise? Why are you complaining? So what do you do instead? So what do you say instead when you have? Because guests can be quite difficult sometimes. They complain about every single thing, and you're like, oh my God, you're losing your mind, you know. So what do you do when you get a guest that is pretty much not just satisfied with your service? And that's what it is. So what do you do in that kind of situation? And you know that, okay, I mean, because some of our homes are budget friendly, you know, some are more on the high end. So you think someone came to a budget home and then you expect luxury, you know. So what do you do in that kind of situation? Okay,
so I think usually we've been able to always manage our expectations.
Yes,
so when you are coming into a budget-friendly home, you should know that, you know. So, but you still have situations where someone is just not satisfied.
Yeah.
So in such cases, I feel like you should be able to, you know, just communicate effectively. You know, well, sorry about this. Oh, that is not the way it is. Okay, we can look into it and try and, you know, get something. You know, just. It's hospitality.
Yeah, you just have to be hospitable. And I'll give you an example of one particular guest. Like, I don't know if you were the one that was in charge of that guest. This particular guest had, I think they were supposed to go up 3 flights of stairs. So it was like on the 3rd floor. They were supposed to go up 3 flights of stairs. And the complaint was, oh, you don't even have a porter that will take your stuff up to the 3rd floor. Your place doesn't have a lift. Even though in the description, it's clear there that you have to climb stairs. You know, so in that kind of situation, I remember us saying, oh, we're so sorry. Blah, blah. Normally, I'd have been like, it's an Airbnb. Like, how do you expect to have the ports out there? But I held my savage self back and was like, okay, we're so sorry, you know, and that's how you should approach things like that. Yeah. So the final one I have is maybe somebody calls you and says, oh, the TV is not working, the AC is not working, something isn't working. Like, I don't know what to do. I can't fix it. I'm not an electrician.
Well, I think the beauty of our job is the fact that in as much as we might not be the person to fix it, you should have prior knowledge.
Yes.
And I think that's one thing that has helped me since I started working as a house manager, you know. I feel like I've grown to know so many things. So even though I might not be able to provide the best solution, there will still be something I would say that might be helpful. And, okay, so when the guest tries it and it doesn't work, then I'll be like, okay, we'll send a technician over. Do you understand? And some guests can be more understanding. For example, if it happens on a Sunday, it might be very difficult sending someone over. But at least what I always do is sometimes, if they are okay with it, I'll send the security over. Provided a guest just sees somebody working on it.
Yes, that's it. And then you communicate with them as well. That's another very important part that you mentioned. Communicating with them every step of the way is super, super important. So like you said, you're managing their expectations and they know. So say, for example, if you say, oh, a technician is coming in at a particular time, you should call them if the technician doesn't show up at that time, you should have called them and let them know, oh, we're sorry, he's 30 minutes late or he's 20 minutes late or something, you know. So just communicating with them every step of the way is extremely important.
And another thing I usually do is, okay, for example, I call a technician and he says he'll be there in the next 30 minutes. I'm not going to call the guest back and say the technician will be there in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll probably say an hour.
Yes, because Nigeria, minutes. You know, so
traffic,
anything, yes.
The technician could even be lying.
Yes, that's true.
Nigerian time.
We have those, yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you had a good time. Tell me, what did you think? Are you going to come back on set?
If you invite me.
He doesn't have a choice. He's going to come back. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Can you stop distracting me? So like, comment, and subscribe. And then also let me know, like, are there any things that hosts or home managers have said to you that have actually upset you? You can put that down in the comments. And then if there are any other things that you feel shouldn't be said to a guest as well, put that down in the comment. I'd love to read your funny comments. Thank you so much and take care. Peace, y'all.
Shall I do it again?
Yeah, you can. Bye.